Hello, fellow laser makers and designers. So, I was wanting to show a couple of the neat tips and design styles that I use when doing the laser engraver stuff. Uh, so, I love trial and error. I love just doing things just because it's cool, just because it makes for a good effect. And also, it's good practice. The best advice I could offer is try, 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 do. Even if the result is crap, at least you have done that thing. So, like in results like this, I love Inkscape. That's the program I use for all my design work. I like to have some kind of structure at the beginning. So, I'll maybe start off with a big circle, and I'll make sure that it is centered vertically and horizontally on my page. Give it a good center ground to work with. And then if I want to bring in, some shapes that I want to do, some kind of symmetrical border, I'll grab, a shape like this, and I'll duplicate that, grab the circle next to it, and rotate it. And I'll duplicate it again, and rotate that. And I'll copy it again and again until I have the border result for the entire thing. It may be a little tedious, grabbing things over and over, but it happens. So boom, and duplicate that, and then duplicate that. So as you can see, I just went from a one shape object on a border and created a whole border effect. And that's using, a circle like this. Yes, are there more technically designer appropriate ways of achieving that? Perhaps. But you know what? Not everyone has all that experience. You just gotta work with what you got sometimes. And honestly, everything I could suggest would be just practice, just try, just make a mistake. Like if I took this shape and duplicated it and moved it around to that same position, maybe I'll have this one be, I don't know, a little lower and a little smaller. Maybe it'll be something like that. And then I'll do that same effect as before. And now I've got a little bit of a different pattern. It's just like that. Just do things that are different. Try things that are, not straightforward. Throw in a couple of new shapes. I'll put in two circles right here, and I'll combine them. Make sure those are centered on the page. Duplicate that. Throw that in, and now you've got, some extra detail stuff going on. Part of the detail thing of designs is what is the small detail, what is the middle detail, what is the big detail, and people enjoy looking at all of the little bits, all of the little styles. So if you're having trouble with what to come up with, just start doodling. Just start coming up with something. You may look at this and think, oh, you know what? This is the start of a good Christmas ornament. Wow, I really like that. That's a really good idea. And maybe I'll take all of this that I've just done, duplicate that, create it into a solid object, thicken up these lines a little bit, curve them out a touch, and do stroke to path, break them apart, and now I've got the makings of an actual ornament. So something simple as that. It may be a little wonky and weird and may not be straightforward, but you know what? Who's to say that a designer can't just make something just because it looks cool? Newsflash, That's exactly what designers do. They make things because they look cool, because they are interesting to look at, and people will show that appreciation by giving you money for it. And that is the goal that we all strive for. But it takes effort. It takes work. It takes something that may just consume hours out of your life. That is the nature of it. But for something that I just wanted to show you guys just on the fly, I came up with this right now in my head while I was talking and mildly distracted by a toddler who is rummaging through my daughter's backpack, who I should probably stop. Bye-bye. No. You should not. So, with that fun little story, designing is fun. Designing is awesome. Designing is something you will always have a use for. So, try it out. Do something fun. Do something interesting. But do it. Have fun designing. Bye.